If you're a little new to the channel, my name is Kenan Carl and I'm currently 4 weeks out, a little over 4 weeks out from my first ever bodybuilding show. As you saw, that's kind of my morning routine, or what it's kind of been. Wake up, do some meditating, do some affirmations, journaling, and then I had to send my coach some check-ins this morning because today is fantastic. Today we got a refeed, so got a 3-day refeed these next 3 days, so I'm super hype. I could barely even fall asleep last night. I was so excited to get all these carbs in today. So plan for today's video is just kind of giving you guys an update, because I know it's been like a little bit, it's been like 3 weeks or something like that. Prep's just been very challenging, which I'll get into a little bit later, of kind of everything that I've been going through, everything I'm learning, you know, the cons and the pros of bodybuilding and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go make meal one. I'll show you guys what, geez, my voice is cracking like crazy. I'll show you guys what meal one is looking like for today. And then I got work, gym, check-ins, work, check-ins. So today's just, I think, gonna be just kind of a day in the life a little bit. Just kind of show you guys where I'm at, like I said. And yeah.
You gon' forever be mine. You gon' forever be mine. She know I'm one of a kind. She don't see none of the guys. She know I don't do no womanizer. I stroke her and give her massage. I push her and tell her to strive. What's found on my letter recline. She say you forever be mine. You won't chill or tee up. Bring me them guns, get them beat up. Slow it down, baby, we ain't gotta rush. Unless you want me to speed up. Hit like a clutch, but
And you saw meal one, 4 eggs. Literally cannot wait. I've been like craving eggs, as crazy as that is. I've been doing just like 2 eggs a day and egg whites, so 4 whole eggs for today. Super excited about that. And then the best shit ever, I get this 2 times today and I'm geeked, bro. You'll hear me talk about it a little bit later too, but blueberries, cream of rice, and whey paste. If you want to know how to make that whey paste, one, I kind of showed it in here. Protein powder. Match the protein powder with the same amount of grams in water. So if you do 40 grams of, you know, protein powder, I usually do 40 grams of water. Mix it, see the consistency. It's always better to add more water than too much. That's a little tip there. And rice and grinds as the base. This is the cinnamon flavor, so I'm gonna dig in. And I then got work, 2 sessions this morning, and then I'll be home before the gym, so I'll see you guys when I'm back from work. Home, and we are making meal 2, whey paste again. I am so hyped. Literally was hard at work because I was just so excited to get home to this. Making the brownie variation of rice and grinds, which literally amazing. I got these 2 in here. Cinnamon, or brown sugar, cinnamon, brownie. Fantastic, a little bit of both. And then I'll have raspberries on top of that. So really today, I got my upper day, which, as you can kind of tell, super excited for today's lift. Hopefully you will ideally have energy and all these carbs to put to work. So I have my upper day, and then I gotta like check in with my coach. So kind of do more poses and then kind of hit on all that. And then this evening after work, so I go back and work again. I got 3 sessions a little bit later. I got another check-in. So like I kind of said, like my plan, quick little update, kind of show you what I've been eating around 4 weeks out. Obviously you guys are seeing one of my refeed days, but a little bit later I do and will, so stick around. We'll dive into kind of just stuff that, you know, most people don't see on bodybuilding, right? You'll see me eating this food, or you'll see me post, or you'll see, you know, when I look good, but I really want to give a full, you know, kind of check-in and visuals, I guess, in a way of just kind of a good representation of what a honest, you know, 4 weeks out looks like, what I've been learning and stuff like that. So I'm gonna eat this and enjoy this, and then I'm gonna go to the gym in around hour and a half or so. So I will see you guys at the gym.
I'm on a whole nother level, I'm geeky. You think you fucking with me, boy, you tweaking. Ready for war, I just need me a reason. I'm getting buckets in regular season. Honestly wondering when I'ma lose it. Come get your wifey, she with it, she choosing. Maybe I be driving itself, I be cruising. I got the game in my motherfucking pocket. All of this rapping and shit just an option. I'm finna cooking and stew Betty Crockett. I'm finna take off and rap like a rocket. Hop on a yacht in Miami and surf it. With hella bitches, they drinking and twerking. Don't post on stories, my shorty be lurking. Can't stop the grind for no bitch, it ain't worth it. Go to Milan for the week of the fashion. Addicted to dressing, I drip with a passion. Yo nigga know I'm that nigga, just ask him. Look at the diamonds, they hitting, they dancing. I'm from the trenches, I learn how to hustle. I get the cabbage, the lettuce, the Brussels. I make a million, then triple, then double. Upgrade the Glock with a laser and muzzle. I'm on a whole nother level, I'm geeky. You think you fucking with me, boy, you tweaking. Ready for war, I just need me a reason. I'm getting buckets in regular season. Honestly wondering when I'ma lose it. Come get your wifey, she with it, she choosing. Maybe I be driving.
Okay, so we are back from the gym. Fire ass lift, such a good lift. Carbs got put to work, to say the least. But holy, like, it's actually like just so nice to like actually feel alive and have energy in the gym again, and like actually have a solid lift, and then come home and not feel like absolute crap. Unfortunately, I already smoked my meal. I had jasmine rice, some chicken, and pineapple. Holy fire! By the way, sriracha, whoever created this shit, thank you. But anyways, I want to show you guys kind of what my check-ins are looking like. So for this kind of 3-day refeed, I got to check in with my coach 3 times a day. So this morning you kind of saw me posing a little bit. I kind of forgot to film like my full posing session after the gym. I was just trying to get it out the way and then hit my cardio and then get home, stuff like that. Got a busy day. These are kind of what the check-ins look like. So I think it went pretty good. Actually, I think you can see that. Pretty solid. All right, but this is kind of how my check-ins go. Front, side, back. Definitely looking a little bit more full. Felt amazing, which was fantastic. Not so flat compared to this morning. Obviously, the lighting plays a little bit of the role. But overall, a pretty good check-in, and coach was pretty happy with how they looked and stuff like that. So obviously, that's always good news. So like run through a quick update. I'm not going to talk too much just because, I mean, you guys have probably watch other bodybuilders, knowing other, people who maybe have gone through a prep and whatnot. And obviously, prep fucking sucks. Whoever says prep isn't hard is completely lying, because it sucks. You definitely do have your good days and bad days. Obviously, the deeper you get on it, the more bad days you kind of have. But something that's really helped me, and something that is really going to stick with me after this prep is the quote, and I've really been buying into this, and honestly, it's one of my affirmations that I read every morning that you kind of see that I do in my mornings, but it's like, time's gonna pass regardless. And I see it a lot in my work with my clients. I actually had a conversation with one of my clients last week about this, but like, even when you're having a bad day or you're stressed out or things aren't ideal, right? For me, when I'm going hypo at work or the day fucking sucks, I'm in the gym, can't really push weight, or I feel like I look like crap, or I'm laying in bed at night and I can't fall asleep because I'm so hungry, like, time is gonna pass regardless. So like, rather than just sitting there and thinking about all the negative, you know what I mean, it's so easy to think negatively, and bodybuilding has really taught me that like perspective is everything, right? If I wake up and I'm if I tell myself I'm tired, I'm fatigued, and I'm hungry, I'm gonna be tired, fatigued, and hungry, right? Like, your brain is very smart. So if you can wrap your head around that, this time is going to pass regardless, whether everything's amazing or everything sucks, you know what I mean? The only thing you have control over in those moments is how you're thinking and what you're doing, right? And just making it through it. I'm going to talk more about like the bad of this, right? Because it's easy to, be in the moment and, when it's nice out, when everything's going as planned, but like being in the moment when it's negative, there's also so many positives, right? Because when you're out of that moment, right, one thing that I've really experienced is like, I'll be at work, right, and I go hypo, feel like crap, feel like I want to pass out, right? And I really try to just reel myself in, take a deep breath, be like, all right, this is temporary, but we're going to be good. We're going to make it through it. Got a few more hours, right? And then I leave work every single time, that I do go hypo. And it's like, oh, like, I made it through it. And I just proved to myself that, I can make it through it. I'm going home. I got more food on, the menu. And, right, I can, like, look back and, like, appreciate that in that moment that I was going hypo or things wasn't good, right? Like, I kind of rewinded back. I was like, all right, like, time's going to pass regardless. Like, there's nothing I can do. Wait, why would I sit here and just be like, oh, this sucks, I'm tired, I'm hungry? Like, obviously I'm hungry, obviously I'm tired, obviously I'm fatigued, right? Why not just switch the perspective and just like prove to myself that, you know, I can make it through it, or, you know, whatever it may be, whatever the situation is. And I know I'm relating this to like myself, but like that time will pass regardless, right? I'm gonna keep saying it. So just enjoy it, whether it's good or bad, because once you're out of that position, if you just appreciate the moment and are fully present and just kind of like soak it all in, like better days will come, worse days will come, you know what I mean? But like in those times, or in those, you know, as time progresses, like you'll be able to really look back and be like, all right, you know, like I'm glad like I sat through that, like I actually did learn through that, you know what I mean? Like the worst thing you could do, again, like in my experience, right, is like through everything, if I just like woke up, told myself I'm hungry, I'm tired and fatigued, and just spent my day just thinking about that and just being in a negative mind space, like all this time would pass, all these days would pass, right? And then when I finally do feel good again, right, I'm gonna look back and be like, well, you know, I wasted, you know, 10 days right there, where I wish, you know, now I feel good again, you know, I wish I would have just like put more effort in here, or wish I would have done this a little bit different, or I wish I, you know, was nicer to the people at work, or nicer to my family, you know what I mean? So it's really just kind of all around, just really all about perspective and just appreciating like the little things, and know, like, again, like that time's gonna pass regardless. So like make the most of the time that you got now, because that's kind of how your future is developed, you know what I mean? If you're just sitting here currently and you're just, you know, being lazy, you're just like, oh, today sucks, so I'm just gonna let this be a bad day, you know what I mean? There shouldn't really ever be such thing as like a terrible day, right? It's only bad moments, right? So like obviously the least amount of bad moments you can have in a day kind of makes like a good day, you know what I mean? So rather than being fixed of like, oh, you know, I'm hungry today and I'm fatigued, today's gonna be terrible, you know, okay, I'm hungry right now, I'm fatigued, okay, I'm gonna make the most of today. You see how it switches? And again, it's pretty straightforward. You might have heard this concept, but that's kind of my biggest thing that I've taken away. And yeah, it's just something that I wanted to share with you guys, just because it is really powerful, and it really is pretty simple. It's a quick little mindset shift, and it takes some time to develop, but man, once you get it down, it really does make the difference. I mean, besides that, prep's been prepping. I'm hopefully gonna kind of get back to, you know, making a few more videos before this prep series is kind of over. But yeah, it's been a journey for sure. It's really cool when you have like a really long-term goal and it's starting to wind down. You know, this has been a 6-month journey and something I've committed so much time, money, and really everything I got into, you know, so it's really cool to see it all come together. And it's crazy to think that, you know, I'm 4 weeks away from stepping on stage and I'm done, you know what I mean? And I'll move on, which obviously, you know, in the future I'll be making videos around of, you know, what's next, what I got planned next. But yeah, from here, you know, I'm kind of talking like I'm already at my show day. I still got 4 weeks, so like I just said, I know I'm gonna have some, you know, rough moments coming up. I'll have some great moments, you know, especially within this week with all these refeeds. But yeah, boom, bow. Anyways, just worked, got done with it. Fucking sucked. It was rough. Solo energy, if you can't tell. I am beat. But anyways, I got to send coach some check-ins, and I got meal 5. Meal 5 is just some grass-fed ground beef and some greens. But gonna kind of wrap this video up because I just feel like shit might collapse. Nah, I'm playing. But like I said, time's gonna pass regardless. For example, right now, right, it's something I just reminded myself at work, right, that time's gonna pass. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna get another meal in, I'm gonna get a good night's sleep, and you know, time keeps moving, you know what I mean? It's all about just appreciating the moment, because again, I see value in, you know, being able to get out of those hard situations and be able to look back and, you know, really appreciate where you came from, and you can have just higher gratitude. But anyways, I'm gonna go check in, eat my meal, wrap it up here. Sorry, it wasn't anything too crazy, just kind of a raw check-in, get a little, you know, whatever you want to call this video. But like always, love you all who follow along. We're really narrowing in on this goal, and hopefully I got it in me to keep giving you guys these videos to hopefully keep you updated and, you know, teach you something along the way. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Get out there, tell someone you love them, make someone's day a little bit better, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love y'all.